GSS manhunt, Igboho trying to get new passport, and flee Nigeria, says federal government. The federal government has said that Yoruba Nation activist Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, is trying to acquire a new passport to flee the country. It added that the government had placed Igboho on the stop list in order to facilitate his arrest and directed the security agencies to apprehend him anywhere he is found. In the security circle, a person whose name is on the stop list is denied all constitutional rights and privileges a citizen is entitled to. Really? What? Excuse me? What? Gosh, this is the problem with this nonsense government. Like, the audacity of you to take away someone's human rights because of what? You're a government. Humble yourself, man. The federal government directive against Igboho was contained in a letter by the Nigerian Immigration Service dated 9th of July 2021, addressed to the Director General of the Department of State Services, the Inspector of Police, and Director General National Intelligence Agency. The activist, a spearhead of the separatist agitation for the Yoruba Nation, had been declared wanted by the Department of State Services on allegations of stockpiling arms to destabilize the country. How can him alone destabilize the whole country when you have Fulani headsmen and bandits and Boko Haram and the military itself? Well, which he has denied, but his whereabouts remain unknown, as it should. The whereabouts of Igboho, a lead figurehead in the separatist agitation for the Yoruba Nation, has been unknown since he narrowly escaped arrest during the July 1st midnight raid by the secret police ahead of a major rally in support for the call of the Yoruba Nation in Lagos. But then it doesn't make sense because it had not even happened. So what offense did they go? And again, apparently they found guns, and the picture they put does not really match because those same pictures have been used so many times. So again, what did you find? Because you've arrested 13 of his associates and you killed 2. So it's like, what did you gain? What did you actually gain? It does not make sense. It does not make sense. The International Criminal Court on Tuesday acknowledged a 27-page petition filed by Yoruba Nation agitators, signed by the leader of Ilana Omo Odua Emeritus Professor Banji Akintoye, Igboho, and 49 Yoruba self-determination groups. They accused Nigerian leaders and security chiefs of genocide and crimes against humanity against the Yoruba people of Ekiti, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, Ogun, Okunland, Kogi, and Kwara states. The NIS letter was issued to facilitate Igboho's arrest, was signed on behalf of the Comptroller General of Immigration by Assistant Comptroller General of Immigration, Investigation and Compliance, A.B. Baba. Right. I'm not even sure. I mean, they did find a lot of things that they can use to incriminate him. Apparently here with his ATM cards, with his I'm not sure about how guns work, but they found 5,000 rounds of 7.62 ammunition, 5 cutlasses, 1 jackknife, 1 penknife. There were the AK-47s. There were charm jackets or traditional body armor. 2 laptops, Igbo's passport, and those of his aides and all that. So honestly, I'm not surprised if I find all this because the way they raided his house, they literally broke the house down. So again, for the fact that they invaded his house without without a warrant, puts them in the wrong, which means that the invasion shouldn't have taken place, initially, and that of course is not justified. And I guess that's just what it is, to be honest. Obviously, this is, what can you say? I don't even know how they got information that he was trying to, get a new passport. But I guess that's sort of the best thing he can do. But then again, it's like, how well would that work? Because the Nnamdi Kanu has a British passport, and yet they were able to kidnap him. And the British government has not really done anything in his aid or in his favor to make sure that, his human rights are being held intact. And of course, the Nigerian government do not just violate him in every way that they possibly can. ÇĽ1ES says it is better to run and fight another day in the face of oppression and injustices. Nigeria is a kangaroo republic that violates human rights and dignity indiscriminately. I don't blame him with all of the DSS lies already on his name. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like you're in Nigeria, so you have got to be strategic and tactical about all these things. The lavish lifestyle. I mean, again, it's good to make yourself open and transparent and accessible because you're leading, not leading, but you're one of the main leaders or known leaders of this agitation, which is absolutely fine. However, everyone knew his residence. Everyone knew he had a lot of people around him. His circle was big, so it's not surprised there could be an infiltration. However, it still doesn't justify what has happened to him. It says it's better to run and fight another day in the face of oppression. I mean, again, he can really seek asylum, to be honest. And the grounds in which he can do that maybe can work. His house was invaded. His relatives were killed. His life can, on the grounds that his life is threatened, he may get a new passport and be able to go to another country. And that's it. I mean, if even DJ switch that, honestly, she was instrumental in the NSAS protest. However, she didn't really go through anything in the hands of the government, and yet she had to seek asylum. So it shows how dangerous this is and how wanted he has become. And of course, this is sad. But then how would he run? He can hide, but then of course now all of a sudden, the borders that were never really controlled and patrolled before would now they'd have excessive attention, and all of a sudden we're like, oh wow, we're all of a sudden we're talking about the borders and things and the control of who comes in and goes out, but really and truly it's for their own gain. So yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. It is safe for him to run away. I think for you to do a fight like that in Nigeria, I mean, you can never be as secretive. There's always someone's always gonna know. But with the way he lived and the house, his house was very big. He had a lot of cars, had a lot of money, very popular, and that of course just makes him an easy target. The attack on Sunday Igboho was an attack on Yoruba people all over the world, except of course the politicians. Yes, it was, and hopefully, everyone is willing to go and protest very soon, and I guess that's a good thing. Hopefully, so yeah, I guess that's a good thing. But what do you think about this? And don't forget to like and subscribe.